In the hills of West Virginia. It's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode and a stinky dog. Stay tuned. Boom. Hot girl, are you hot? Huh? Come here. Come here. What are you doing, puppy? Are you hot? You've had all kinds of water today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Her loving. Her loving. Why are you bleeding still back here? You should have done been over that. You should have done been over that. We don't want no puppies yet. No. No. Okie dokie, girl. That's my baby. Good girl. Okay. I'll spray you with some water when I spray the piggies. How you doing, Care Bear?
Watering.
Getting Wilbur wet?
Yep.
Cooling him off?
Yep.
He likes it, don't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he does. He likes getting wet.
Yep.
All right. Yep. We got to get their wallers filled up, don't we? Make them have swimming pools. What you doing, boy? Getting Petunia wet?
Yep.
Watering her. She don't like the water like old Wilby does, does she? Nope. Old Princess Petunia don't like the water too much. I think the wind's blowing it towards you there, son.
Yep.
I don't know why she don't like the water like he does. You think she would, man. It's darker color. He thinks he'd want it. Go ahead and get them wet or fill their wallers up. Wallers. That's not a wallow.
Oh, I thought you said water.
Here. Give it to me.
What is a wallow?
It's where they go and they see how they wallow it out like that.
Oh, you mean a
Make a make a mud hole. Mud bath, whatever you want to call it. Just kind of leave that there for a second, just like that. Let it do its thing here. Hot boys. Cool you off there.
Yeah. I love jugs. It sounds like when you jump into a pool with a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, it does, don't it?
Yeah.
Get your drinks, boys.
They love their rock pile.
They're mad now. What are you doing spraying me? What are you doing spraying me, man? Spraying you trying to cool y'all boys off.
My gosh.
This is stinking hot. You ain't used to 90-degree weather.
Stay right here in the darker. What I'm feeling is burns me.
It's hot out here, man. It's really hot.
Feel stuff on my head.
I see it. I don't have to feel it. Shake, boys, shake. Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake it all the time. Shake, 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 Sonora. What? Meh. Stop spraying me. Meh.
This is why my hair is black. Why it's so freaking hot.
Maybe they'll lay in that mud a little bit or something.
I doubt it.
I do too, but trying to give them some options. All right, let's go turn this off. Guys, gonna get this patch right here tilled up. It's gonna be where we grow a giant green squash this year, right here in this patch. So gonna get all my stuff that I need, which is my sphagnum peat moss, my gypsum, and all that. And we're gonna get it picked up with the rocks and put our stuff down and till it in. Guys, all right, it is certainly getting done. We widened the patch today. We widened it probably another 1.5 feet or so in width. We have lengthened it some, probably close to 3 foot in length, so it gives us just a touch more on space. This is going to be where one of the giant green squash will reside for the growing season. I don't know which one. Going to be 3 of them. Jaden's going to have one. I'm going to have one. Annie's going to have one. So one of the 3 will have one up here. So anyhow, tons of rocks to pick up. Now, y'all wouldn't think, some of you guys don't know this, but last year I grew sunflower. This was my sunflower patch. And I grew my 15-footer right here underneath the power line right there. And it came, well, it was over the power line by the time it was done growing. Anyhow, grew it right there. Tip of my finger there is where it grew at. And anyhow, I grew a giant pumpkin, started it right there in that corner, and grew it. And it grew right around in here is where I pollinated it at, right here. And then I sent the main vine and all the secondaries up through the sunflower patch there, but it just kind of died back. And it was the first pumpkin we pulled, and it was over 250 pounds. I can't remember the exact weight of it, but it was over 250. I do know that. Anyhow, it was a pretty good sized pumpkin, but nowhere near the giants I had in the back, 1,000+ pounders. Anyhow, but it was cool, it was fun, and it was hidden. My plan was to grow this massive pumpkin that when I cut all the sunflowers away, revealed this, massive pumpkin that grew there the whole time, and everything. Well, once the sunflowers got up and got so big, it just kind of shaded it out way too much. It ended up getting powdery mildew on that one, and stuff, and it just kind of slowed it down a little bit. But I was still impressed with what it done. Still had good genetics and everything. So that's all the rocks that we've piled up in here so far out of here. And like I say, you would not have thought at all. I mean, the fence line's full of rocks again. and I'm about halfway done with the patch. So there'll be much more. And I was surprised that the bigger ones was, you know, still coming out of here, like that one and some of these other ones that were so large, like these. You know, I was surprised that those were still in there after having tilled all that like I did. But I guess what that shows is just how valuable it is to plant sunflowers in an area, because, like, you know, that long taproot, I guess, is loosening up all that soil and everything. And so we get a good deep till. I want to show you that here in a minute. But not only do you get a good deep till, but you also loosen up all those rocks and things and that were down there in the bottom, kind of making it more difficult for your roots to actually grow and benefit, right? So that's another plus. Show you real quick. Now, this has been stepped on and everything, but I want you to see here. I mean, that's after I've stepped on it and everything. I can still get down there about 15 inches or so. All right, and so that's pretty good depth there. Fill it back in. That's after we've stepped on it, and this ain't even been tilled the second time. All right, and all we've done, we added what, 4 wheelbarrow loads of compost. We've added 2 bales of sphagnum peat moss. Looks like a helleback coming right there. Anyways, we've added 2 bags of sphagnum peat moss, 4 wheelbarrow loads of compost. We've tilled it up and down. Now we're tilling side to side to spread and mix our compost and our sphagnum peat moss. We've also put in 2 or 3 bags. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go in there and look. I almost dumped another bag of it on here. I think we're 2 bags, 2 40-pound bags of gypsum. So 80 pounds of gypsum is on this patch. I believe is where we're at. We have a 50-pound bag of alpha pellets that we've let set and just, you know, chop them up with the lawnmower. We have 4 bags of leaves that we've put on this, and they were the chopped leaves, not the whole leaves, but the chopped leaves, so we got more bang for our buck. Those are on here. We have wheat and rye that was planted and now has been tilled in for our green manure. So those are the things. Oh, we have sugar beet that's been put on here. 1 bag of sugar beet that's put on. Well, no, it was half a bag. I need to put another half a bag on it. That's what it was. And then we've got some liquid compost by Prevogenics put on here. So that's all we've got on here so far. Now we are going to be putting on the rest of the stuff, the SOP, the nitrogen, the phosphorus stuff, and our other things like boron, zinc, and copper. All right, this fella here, he needs to. He's gonna cause an accident. He come by the house there a second ago and he was flying. I mean, absolutely flying. Oh, he ain't gonna buy so fast now. Yeah, he went by here doing probably 50, 60 mile an hour on that daggone four-wheeler. Anyhow, that's what we're gonna do with this patch here. We'll be putting all the rest of the amendments on it whenever we get them. Hopefully we get them from our sponsor, the Bare Grounds solution. You know, Trident's Pride. People with the fish emulsions there, they were supposed to be providing urea, DAP, and SOP. So we hope that they are going to still provide that. We have a little bit of DAP and a little bit of SOP, not enough. So I'm kind of waiting on them. I'm gonna email them tonight, see what they say, see if we can get something on the books and get it here, because I need it. You know, it's crunch time, getting ready to plant, and ain't got nothing in here. So anyhow, those are the things that I've done to the soil and have amended with, and already. We will be finishing off the amendments soon, and I will tell you about that whenever we get to it. But up until now, the process has been the same for all the patches. All the patches have gotten leaves. All the patches have gotten alfalfa pellets or alfalfa cubes or bales. All of them have gotten beet pulp. All of them have gotten liquid compost. Other things that I've mentioned. The only thing that we're missing is the copper, the zinc, the boron, the SOP, which is potassium, a little bit of nitrogen, and a little bit of phosphorus. That's all we're missing right now to get that bumped up, and then trying to check it again before we plant. Now, I'm not going to be planting anytime soon, probably still 2-3 weeks out. Probably going to be shooting for about the 8th to 15th of May is my time frame. So anyhow, that's roughly when I want to plant. So we'll see. Those of you who are probably going to be wondering why I tilled up and down and side to side, you till up and down and then side to side, just making sure that I reiterate, we're only mixing it up. That's the only reason why I'm doing that. If you got good soil and it's not really rough and tough like this, I encourage you to not till so much, all right? Because every time you run that tiller through there, you're breaking up and busting up beneficials that I'm going to have to put back in there, okay? So anyhow, just kind of avoid that if you can. We're going to go inside. We're going to transplant all of our bigger pumpkins into some larger containers. I use 1 gallon milk jugs. I found that is a good size and they're durable. They split easy when you're ready to take the plant out. They have a good size root ball. It gives you plenty of time to grow them. But also, the reason why I use them is because everybody talks about going green and all this other stuff, right? Well, why don't we do our little parts and just, not buy the plastic grow bags or not buy the plastic containers that only last one season, right? Why not just use the milk jugs and kind of cut back on everything? That's just kind of my take on it. You don't have to do it. I'm just saying it saves you money and it saves on the plastics that are used when you double use things, right? So just kind of use the milk jugs for your pumpkins or your other giant plants, because like I say, it's a 1 gallon jug, saves you money, and dual purpose for them, kind of saves on other plastics being made and trashed and all that stuff. But anyhow, I'm going to get my dirt gathered up and we're going to go inside and we're going to transplant some of these pumpkins. All right, guys, so I'm not going to do all these tonight. I mean, I'm going to do all of them, but I'm not going to show them all on camera. There'd be no point. But what I do is I take my milk jug and I start right here, come down, and then right around in here somewhere I cut. Trying to just get rid of the shoulders, right? And a little bit, trying to keep it as wide as possible. Then I fill it up with dirt and I transplant. So let's get that done. Okay, so there it is. You see, I got rid of the shoulders best as I could. And pop some of this out there, like so. All right, just try to get rid of the shoulders, okay? A little bit there is okay, but you don't want to like cram it, like have it like a really tiny area, because then when you go to transplant, you're just hurting yourself. Next thing you want to make sure is that you put just a few holes in the bottom. You can use the scissors. You can use a what do they call it? A soldering iron. All right, a soldering iron gets real hot and it pokes nice holes in there. And that would be great if you use the soldering iron for that. It'd be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Don't need but just a couple holes there, just to make sure you got some a way for water to get out. Okay. Over water. You don't want a lot of it sitting in there. You rot your roots and everything else. Now you're going to fill it up. And all I'm doing is using my mix that I've been using, which is the compost that I got off of Wellington, with some of the leftover Fox Farm dirt that I had got, and then coconut fiber, Burpees organic mix, I think is what it's called. It was on the other video, on the tomato video, I believe it was. Go check that out. Need to make me some more mix real quick, and then I'll be able to do the rest of them tonight. That should be enough for this particular one. We're going to be transplanting this one right here, the first one that we're transplanting this evening. The only one that you guys are going to get to see is going to be the 21.95 towel. 21.95 towel. Now, filled it up about that full. All right, now what I want to do is I want to get my towel, 21.95 towel. I want to gently tip him upside down, smack his bottom like so. Look at them roots. You see them roots? They have not wrapped yet. Okay, it's a good thing. They were getting ready to. All right, they're getting ready to wrap, but they had not wrapped yet. Well, I take that back. No, see, they hadn't wrapped all the way. So we're good. We're good. They had started to try to wrap, but we got it just in time. I usually time that pretty well. Not saying that I get it right every time, but the majority of the time I can tell and get it pretty good. So we want to just tease these roots up a little bit here, especially these ones closer here to the center, like that. And right there. There we go. Don't want them wrapping. Don't want them going in the same direction they were. I want them freed up. Now we're going to stick him in there like so, with the back against the wall, if you want to call it, or the handle area. Now we're going to finish filling this in, and we'll let him lay over, let him lay and do his thing. He's got to get strong, and we need to start putting oh goodness, I forget the name, some silica on him. So I'll have to buy that. I didn't buy it yet. I needed to. We'll have to buy some Dynatech silica, is what it's called, I think. It's in. I think it's in some of my videos from last year. I will not stop using it this year. Last year, I quit using it, and when I quit using it, my 1209 Hodge struggled really bad. For some reason, it was one of the worst struggling as far as trying to trying to keep up and trying to stay stood up, right? The leaves and whatnot. It was just a real trouble plant. Once I stopped using the silica, that's when all the leaves and stuff started to break and fall apart and all that. I don't want that to occur again this year, so lesson learned from last year, don't stop using the silica. And so we're going to continue to use it. Try to post a picture of it right here of what it is I'm talking about, so if you're interested in it, you can go get it. A lot of you guys have been asking about the humic and the fulvic acids that I've been using, and guys, I use it from Prevogenics. That's who makes the humic and fulvic that I'm using, and I've just been testing it out all winter, and I think finally, once they seen what it done with my plants, with my pumpkin plants, I think that was the ultimate factor in them saying, okay, yeah, we need to bring this to market. And so I'm thinking, I'm hoping, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna make sure you just pack that down, okay, nice and tight. That way when you water it, you don't get much movement there. That plant should be good. Just make sure you get it. I don't want too close there to this, up on the stem, which it's not. Okay, good. All right, now that one's good to go. You can see there, looks great. We'll write on the side of it, 2195 Tile, T-H-E-I-L. Okay, T-H-E-I-L. Anyhow, going to get that done up, get him watered and everything. But real quick, back to what I was saying. We do have, or they are hopefully going to be releasing it for sale. Like I said, I had been using it all winter long, and I talked to them today after I had showed them everything a few days ago from the pumpkins and everything that it was doing for them by soaking the seeds in it and stuff. I then turned around and a lot of you all had been asking where and what I use. Where did it come from? Where could y'all get it? And guys, I want y'all to have the same opportunity of stuff that I got, right? So I just got a hold of them and I said, hey, look, I think there's a market out there right now for you guys to get in on the humic and the fulvic if you're interested. And she said, well, it's interesting you say that. We've got the stuff printed out. We just, the labels, we just got to get one of the other guys on board with it and start to make it. So they're going to pitch that tomorrow to one of the uppers, I guess the upper, and see what he feels on it, and see if he feels it's time to do it or not. I'm going to gather as much info on there as I can. So if you guys see this video and you've got desires that you would buy the same kind that I'm using, post down in the comments below, say yes, I would buy from Prevogenics. If they're selling humic and fulvic acid, I would buy it from them. If you don't care, just comment that down below. Maybe we can get it done and wrap this puppy up, right? So anyhow, we're going to get Alpha here. Guys, we appreciate it. That's how we pot up our pumpkins. We'll do the rest of these that are big. We'll get every one of those done and ready to go because they're all ready to go in the bigger pots. So we'll do that. And we'll show you them what they look like tomorrow whenever we start up tomorrow's vlog or video or whatever we want to call these things from here on out. I do believe that I'm going to start making shorter videos, roughly 10 to 15 minute videos, just giving everybody an overview. And then I will try to give 2 to 3 videos a week, roughly 30 to 40 minutes long, that are more educational and learning, teaching kind of videos, right? I'm going to try that for just a little bit, see how it goes, see if you guys do better, get more likes, get more shares, get more comments, all those good things, and we'll move on from there. If not, we'll just try to filter our way through some things to see what not only you guys want, but also what the audience demands from YouTube, right? So what other people are wanting from YouTube. So guys, we appreciate it. We're going to get out of here and on to the next. All right, guys. Well, we got those potted up. We got everything tilled up. So it's been a pretty productive day, and we're very thankful for it. Beautiful sunset. Kind of missed some of it there. It was had some really good purples and pinks there just a second ago, but we're so busy tilling right now, we kind of missed it. But anyhow, guys, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you tomorrow right here in Hallerton Hills, West Virginia.
Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Don't forget to share.
Thank you, good sir.
You're welcome. And subscribe.